Hey everyone. Looks like this game is live. I believe this is a regular base and landscapes game. Um, we played one earlier this morning, and because we have time, we're playing another. So, here we go. Um, so, this game has late TPs, late big buildings. Zach, hello, how are you? I know you're not playing this one, but hopefully you'll enjoy watching it. Um, we have two air cult rewards and kind of a mixed bag in terms of cult rewards. Lots of dwellings early in the game, so this is definitely like a build wide, then up type of game. I think mermaids are perfect for that. Round two dwellings with a priest reward is definitely something that mermaids like. So um, I have not played with these players before. Reminder Q I played with like a while ago, but now he's where they are like I played with them yesterday, I believe. So um, good to see that we have some continuity in the non-arena crew. Um, this Sharker player is taking some time to decide what they want to put in. I guess we can think about what we would want to put in. House tile wise, we're actually missing the dwellings tile and the TP tile. So Zach, it's weird to you that the town event can be in round one. Can you ever build the town in round one? Yes, you can. For if you have enough leech, you definitely can. So, for example, imagine that you're cultists, right? And you start F5, and then you get a bunch of leech, and then you double spade these two hexes. It takes 1, 2, 3 workers to do this, to build these three, and then you just need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more workers. So if you can get 9 workers and 2 spades, then you can make a town in round one as cultists. Obviously, you need both a double spade and a 2 workers action, as well as having like probably a dwelling on hand anyway. Yeah, I mean, it should be very, very rare that should actually ever be able to happen. Another case is probably you could be swarmlings. Swarmlings, if you can get 3 spades, like you start on the spade tile or something, and you build 3 like stronghold 3 dwellings or something, it could happen. But these are extremely, extremely niche situations. You should never be able to get all those power tiles. We have dwarves, so we're gonna look at probably yellow is nice to put in here. Is it fakirs or nomads? I think fakirs with this ship tile in is kind of rough, but this is the right round for dwellings. I think that you probably make your town around this time, and mermaids are in the game, so you have like a decent shot. Now, you have to bid down like the other two factions quite a lot if I put fakirs in here, because dwarves also don't want this ship tile. But at least temp ship isn't in the game, right? So nomads are cool because you could open with a stronghold, and that's kind of like a different type of way to play. Whatever. It's been a while since I played fakirs. We have landscapes on. If we can get a good price for them, then we'll go for them. That said, mermaids are clearly better. Dwarves might be better as well. The big building in round 5 is always. I always love seeing the big building in round 5. It inspires me to send lots of priests to that cult and try to get a lot of workers into the final round. I always like to imagine the possibility of advancing digs and just smashing like 4 victory points for 2 workers with dwarves. But if the color wheel is favorable enough, then it probably makes more sense to just compete for network and stuff, as opposed to doing weird dig bombing, point breeding stuff. We'll see how it winds up going out. There's no massive late TPs can be high scoring, but a lot of the time the most economic factions want to build their TPs in rounds 4 and 5. and then this round they actually will just build maybe like one big building, a TP, or like two temples, two TPs, something like that. And they still want, because like the thing about TPs is that every time you build a TP, you free up a dwelling. You almost always want to build that dwelling, especially at the end of the game to compete for network. So we're gonna see how that goes. I think mermaids have a ton of play here. I love the idea of like getting off to like trying to advance ship in this round, getting out all the dwellings, and then trying to build out multiple TPs here. That said, it's not like a great plan in terms of getting scoring favors, but we're gonna see how. Like, I wouldn't be shocked to see alchemists here. The two best pass tiles for alchemists are in the game. These two guys. And round 2 dwellings is also very good for alchemists. Round 4 dwellings is pretty good for alchemists. That said, I don't play alchemists particularly well, so I'm not sure exactly who we will see here, and I'm not sure who I want to see here. Like, I know how to play darklings, so darklings are a very safe one to have. Would not want to see brown. That would make Fakir's life very sad. Obviously, I don't want to see green. That's miserable. Green and red are miserable. So I think I would ideally just like to see darklings and or even halflings would be okay. Cultists are awkward because cultists actually don't have fantastic rewards off the cults. They start to really benefit there. It is darklings, okay. So I think mermaids and darklings are the clear picks while the ship tile is still in the game. The lack of temp ship is a little tougher for darklings. I kind of like mermaids more than darklings. Darklings probably start C1, and then they come through here. The question is, can darklings open with a sanctuary? Dwarves get bid. I do like the dwarf pick quite a bit. This is the player who put in dwarves. I think they just want to play dwarves. This is like a good temple for Earth 2, or even start on this in temple for Earth 1. You get a spade off the cult, and then you just send priests off to the air track. Just gonna play mermaids. I think mermaids are pretty good. I think they're at least 5 points better than fakirs. I don't know if they're 5 points better than darklings, admittedly. But in the first seat, you're getting a good economic pass tile in the first seat anyway. You're getting the priest, or the big building, or worker power, or the spade. Those are all phenomenal pass tiles for mermaids. We've gotten bid down a little bit, so I'm interested in trying out dwarves a little bit. I think I could bid them down to like 5 maybe pretty happily. And then after that, I'd probably have to think otherwise. I just like dwarves. That's the main reason why I'm considering this. I feel a little bad bidding them down when this player does seem to want to play them. They put them in. I feel like it's a little mean to like try to take it away from them. But I like dwarves too. What can I say? You can only make a town in round 1 if you use both starting dwellings. I don't think that's actually true. I think that there is some critical amount of leech that you can get to make it happen. But as I was outlining it, it's insanely difficult to get that amount of leech. And you also have to get all the power actions that you want as well, so it's not really worth considering, I think. I guess mermaids would be one of the best to do it. I mean, first of all, you need to have the ability to get lots of stuff down with only a few digs. Like engineers could do it, right? Engineers could totally do it. They need a worker action in a single spade, but you start with a spade, and then you dig this, build this, then you make 3 TPs. You need 6 workers for that. So you need a workers action. And then you only need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 coins. So yeah, I mean, you could totally do it as engineers, right? You just start on the spade, get the single dig, get the workers, and then you make a town. It is possible. Um, mermaids are just good. Like, mermaids have a good chance at winning network. Like, the awkward thing about fakirs is that you likely lose one of the towns that you want. However, you might get the center town as fakirs. You might get like a town through the north and a town in the center if darklings start C1 and dig down through here. I'll put one more on dwarves, and then I'll probably bid darklings down to like 35 or so, and then I'll just try out fakirs. But I actually don't really love the darklings game here. As darklings, I probably start with, in this game, I probably start with the big building tile. Actually, I almost always start with the big building tile as darklings. But fakirs are getting either the big building or the spade. Those are both extremely good for fakirs. So I'm very willing to switch to fakirs. Yeah, I think I would like to. I think I would like fakirs here. I did put them in, so I'm quite willing to play them. I didn't put them in like hoping that I wouldn't have to play them or anything. I think Reminder Q is also probably considering switching to fakirs. They're a fun faction. This is about as good of a color wheel as it gets. These pastels are quite good, other than this victory point one. So I'm going to be a little sad if I don't get them here. If someone takes fakirs with darklings at only a -3 deficit. The downside for fakirs, if there's a big downside, it's that someone could take both ship towns before me. That is possible. Now, dwarves shouldn't want one, but darklings often want one, and mermaids, with this tile, they could want it, so. Yeah, let's try it out. We may live to regret this moment, but, you know, it's not like there's money at stake or anything, right? Just my pride. I guess Elo. Darkling's thinking hard about this. They often start C1, but they could prefer E5. E5 doesn't create a town. Are we going to town in round one? Yes, we are going to town in round one, Zurito. Fakirs are very well known for their ability to contest spades, get lots of leech, take lots of power after them round one. So yeah, I mean, obviously not. Fakirs are awful with all those things that I just mentioned. Very unlikely to town in round one here. I do think that the center is unlikely to become a town for me as well. I think that, like, there's no chance that I'm getting both a town over here and a town over here, I think, is kind of the bottom line. Dwarves are going to take at least one of these reds, so even if I get the other red, I'm looking at 3 hexes in the center over here, and there's only 3 natural hexes over here, too. Oh, this is very, very good for mermaids. So I think darklings are now claiming E6, but now this is really bad for darklings and really good for me and mermaids. It might be kind of bad for dwarves as well. Yeah, this neighbor, like, this is incredibly good for me because now darklings don't contest this town up here. I should be able to get up here and make a town. Hopefully I can get mermaids and neighbor be here. And then I should be able to get a town through here as well. So I'm quite excited about this. Whoa, what is going on here? Darkling's taking the priest is dead wrong. That cannot possibly be good. We could open 2 temples, or we could take the spade. There's actually less pressure on the spade now, but I don't think that we want to give the spade to the dwarves, right? I mean, we don't want to give the big building tiles to the dwarves either. This was... a big mistake by darklings. Zach, is the spade better than the priest? You cut a spade from the game and you get 2 coins over the 2 points. Number one, yes. The only reason why I might prefer the priest is that you might just want to send both priests to cults. But I don't think that the cult rewards justify that at all. Mermaids have chosen to upgrade away from me. I guess it kind of makes sense because they might think I'm the strongest player at the table. I could grab e6 now and then see what happens. But I don't think that makes that much sense for me. I'm going to upgrade here and hopefully we'll get some leech from our Darkling friends. Yeah, e6 should get built here. Giving a spade to fakirs who have a hard time getting spades seems really bad. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem good, but I'm not going to complain. I do wonder if I'm able to... If I could open... Now, this is very unlikely, right? If I could get the workers action, this requires Darklings to be very, very cooperative. Then I could open 2 temples. I could take Earth 1, Earth... No, wait, hold on. I'm not on this cult step. No, I was having fantasies about taking Earth 1, Earth 2, and then cult bumping myself up to here, but who am I kidding? That can't happen. I think it probably is just Air 2 then. There are air rewards late in the game, and I do want spades this game, because I want to get this town and this town. In which case, this might be the wrong spot to upgrade. Maybe D3 is better anyway. Even though it's not getting leech the way that F3 is getting leech. At least I get this town. Darklings making a TP is pretty interesting. I think that this just shows like a fear of losing Earth 1, which I'm cool with. I want my opponents to live in fear. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like when my opponents play scared. I don't like it when my opponents play greedy, because the thing is, you don't always get punished for playing greedy. You think I pass first for double dig? I think so too. I also think that both mermaids and dwarves want to spade here. I think it would probably be a mistake for either of them not to spade here. Mermaids are going to get double, dwarves could get double dig here. If they do, I might have to take Earth 1. One of these guys is burning all their power for double dig this round. Next round, I'm not sure if I get double dig or single dig. Dwarves wind up taking the double spade, which is pretty good. I think mermaids are quite happy with this. The thing is, mermaids could totally take a priest, send it to Earth, and then still pass in front of me for double dig next round. Actually, new theory. If mermaids don't take a single dig here, and I just take e6 now, don't I just get g2 then? Like now I can make this town like at my leisure. Maybe I can make like an expensive dig town over here, and in the center I actually get like a nice town. So I think that means that I should do this. I don't think dwarves are beating me to G2 unless they do something dumb. So I may regret this. Life's more fun when you take risks. E6 is also quite good because it gets me earlier expansion to E8. Otherwise, I have to like spend a long time to get over to E8. But I think that this is nice for me. I think a reasonable move for darklings. Well, I mean, darklings are probably going to send priests to cults. That's probably why they did what they did. But they are thinking about this, but they did just take Earth 1. It wouldn't be crazy to me for darklings to like temple for Earth 1 is fine. Then they pass on to 7 coins and then grab a worker's action, and then they can build 4 dwellings next round with Earth 1, plenty of coins. Mermaids just pass. Okay, so I'm not getting double dig next round, but I do have single dig this round, so I think that that's the correct play. I think I'm supposed to temple here and then single dig down G2. I don't like this pass, by the way. I think that there was tons for mermaids to do that they missed out on doing because of that. Like, I guess they saw that with darklings holding the priest, they weren't getting the priest to Earth, but I will take this. Do we, I think that we want a dwelling on G2. I don't think that we want to put the landscape here. It's just better economy to have the dwelling. And I could take Earth 1. But I think for lots of reasons that we already stated, we preferred this. I do like the way that this Dwarves player is playing, though. They prioritize the double dig over Earth 1. They also prioritize the Earth 2 over Earth 1. Earth 2 is really good against the Cult Spade. Earth 2 is just also really good for Dwarves. This player is playing like the player who put Dwarves into the game and really wants to play Dwarves, and I approve of that quite a bit. So I am happy with how they have played. The only question here is, do I maybe want to pass now and get the spade next round? If I pass now and get the spade next round, there is a chance, right? It's not a huge chance, but there is a chance that mermaids want to put their priest onto the water cult or something first, and then I get this hex. Or then I get the double dig, and I can drop the landscape and build a dwelling. But that seems greedy. Bulky Buzzard, what is up, man? Dwarves having a little bit of think. I think that you probably just build this dwelling. Like the big building tile is pretty cool, but I think you just build this dwelling. You see some nice Air 2 fakirs. Man, if there were any other way to play fakirs, I would love to know it. There's no other way to play fakirs, right? Yeah, that's the right move. The other thing we could do is we don't have to take a spade. We could just dig this down. No. I'm talking like a madman. We just do this. And then we either get Darkling's Priest is actually possibly the best thing that we could get, because the Darkling's Priest means that we get to fly twice. When am I getting out my landscape? That is a good question. I do need to get my landscape out. It is possible that it was better to just drop the landscape here, but I don't know the answer to that question. Yeah, we're getting either worker power or the priest. I think that both of those are quite good. Darklings pass, so they should take the big building tile almost certainly. I guess 7 coins is also quite solid. Yeah, so mermaids are going to open with a double spade. Actually, mermaids no longer need to open with double spade. That's actually very nice for them. 4, 6, 7 coins. Okay, so I have a pretty big decision here. If I want worker power, if I want this priest. My gut says that the worker power is actually better, and here's my logic. My logic is that I want to get a spade. I think I want my spade so I can get my landscape out, so I can start flying. Worker power is better in terms of that. Only thing is that then I can only fly once. Am I getting any leech this round? Dwarves probably prefer D7 over F4. Darklings could give me... Darklings could Sanctuary. I'm thinking here because if I take this priest, right, then if I hard dig down my landscape, I only get to fly once anyway. But then maybe I just send a priest to air if I don't get that leech. I think the priest is a little bit better. I don't think I want to burn down all my power right now. I just don't think I do. Okay, so Darklings did put a priest to earth. Oh, wow. Dwarves spaded on C3. That's very interesting. This was a big reason why I feel like... I don't know, mermaids... Oh, they take coins. Okay, so mermaids are going to advance ship. They're going to be taking a priest power action. And if Darklings Sanctuary here, which they might, though they probably won't, right? They'll probably build dwellings. I don't know. That was an unexpected turn from mermaids. But I think that their plan is pretty clear. It's to heavily abuse this shipping tile. I feel like it's a mistake for me this game. Yeah, it's going to be a mistake for me this game if I burn down my power here. It's also probably a mistake to fly twice without the landscape. Could fly once without the landscape, but flying twice without the landscape feels like a mistake. Darklings put a priest to the water cults. I think I might just put this priest... I really think I might just put this priest to air. It comes with 2 power. Dwarves secure a pretty key hex for them. Good for them. Yeah, we may live to regret this, but... Bulky, you think that Priest to Air is good this game? I agree. The Priest to Air is going to give me these workers as well as this spade. This could be... This looks like I have dreams about a 2-town game. It remains to be seen if Darklings want to Sanctuary. They are in the Sanctuary tile, and the Sanctuary is always good for Darklings. Or if they... Wow. God, I do not approve of this Darklings game plan. Like, it might be fine because they're Earth 1 Darklings and they're just going to make stupid amounts of points, but I might be winning air. Yeah, that's another very good point. My question, right, is do I want to put the landscape on E3 or B2? The answer is probably E3, right? I'll get B2 later. And I really want to put the other thing is that I think I want a dwelling here, right? A dwelling here is much better in terms of, because this is a TP spot. If I do want to make this town through here. So I think I dropped the landscape here. The only thing is, so this is a 4-dig town. I don't really want a 4-dig town, right? Hold on a minute. Can I get the double dig? I cannot get the double dig, right? I can't get the double dig because that would involve me putting the priest to air, and then I have nowhere to double dig on. So we're not getting any more leech this round, which is sad. Is it better to hard dig? The other question is it better to just hard dig down my landscape? If I hard dig my landscape here, I use up all my workers, then I fly once. I'll have 5 workers heading into next round. I think that might be okay. And then I save my power. Yeah, all right. We'll save our power for next round. This, and then we'll fly onto E8. E8 is a good hex to have. Because I am a little coin short, and this way I don't burn down my power. I'm contending for double dig next round, which is quite good. Double dig helps me get up to B2. I'm going to get this spade. Life will be pretty good. Actually, there was a hilarious world where I wasn't getting double dig. But that's partly because I gave mermaids double dig. I could have gotten this. This is really, really good for mermaids now that they have gotten double dig. But they do need quite a bit of shipping to connect now. The good thing for them is it looks like Darklings are never shipping. Because they have no coins right now, and they didn't take an economic favor. So E3 is good. I need it for H1 anyway. I mean, eventually I probably was building E3, but like I could have also just built E2 at some later point. The bigger thing is that I save myself 2 coins this way, I think. And also B2 does want to be a dwelling. I have some concerns about A6, but I probably shouldn't be too concerned because if I'm that concerned about A6, it means that I'm overvaluing a town, and we don't overvalue towns here as fakirs. Locks, phone validation is turned off. Yes, that is correct. I didn't know about this phone validation phone gate until yesterday. And once I found out, I went and fixed it. So hopefully you guys are a little happier with that. And also I'm realizing now that this is a bad flight because it gives the dwarves the double dig next round, but whatever. I live with it. I live with my decisions. Single dig next round is fine. Also, there is a spade just hanging out. I think dwarves likely pass for the spade. That means that I've likely passed for 6 coins here. and then I get a single dig. I build B2, A5, and then maybe I temple for water 1. Yeah, I think templing for water 1 feels good this game. I have concerns about F4. Now that dwarves have C3, which they weren't supposed to get, they could be taking F4, which might be a problem for us. Why is F4 a problem? If dwarves don't build F4, then I won't get this hex. Also, this is also a problem. Darklings, what are you doing, buddy? This is just not good. But I don't control what other players do. I only control what I do. But yeah, I don't think that that's good at all. Mermaids will build 4 more dwellings. They will have temple and 7 dwellings at the end of this round. And they'll still have decent coins, so it's very, very impressive for mermaids here. Earth 1 is, wait. Oh, right, dwarves have Earth 2. I forgot about that. In any case, mermaids will build this, so I should be expecting a little bit of leech. So I'm going to leave myself open to taking that leech. And I will take this. This is what Darklings did in the game earlier as well. Play poorly? I mean, like, this hex is bad. Like, it is bad for me that Darklings took this hex, but I think that this doesn't look good for Darklings, right? They're going to need to take a coin tap next round, most likely. Is what I'm foreseeing here. I will say that if I knew that I was getting onto this 6 coins, I probably should have just single dug then. Because now I'm worker short. I wanted to build CPs and stuff, but... I'm complaining about this because this is a very good hex for me. So I will say I'm not unbiased, that I'm not unbiased here, but this hurts me, and I don't think it's good for Darklings either. Just building around dwarves is much better. First of all, dwarves can't even take your leech, so you're not really helping them by building around them. They can only take 2 leech, and you could have built... But this is also a dwelling scoring round. Why not build 3 more dwellings instead of 1 dwelling? This is what's so aggravating. Yeah, it's 2 less dwellings, and it's a dwelling round. You're also on the sanctuary tile. You could have just built your sanctuary this round, too. This, I think, it's truly awful, I think, what they've done here. And knowing them, they might be passing on to the priest. Okay, at least they pass on to that. That is at least a little bit better. They could take coins here and then advance their ship and then build this, but I think that this is a really, really bad play from Darklings, and it is hurting me, so it's making me sadder. Yeah, I think that maybe we just go for Earth 1 this round then. We'll take Earth 1, and then we'll try to get on to B2. I think rushing Earth 1 here is fine. I should always get either the single spade or the double spade. And the build pattern this game says build dwellings this round. So, yeah. I might not be able to build a lot of TPs until late in the game, but that's okay. If I get a lot of dwellings out in a dwelling round, and I have Earth 1, and I get my town, and I get flight points, then I should be pretty happy. You suspect Darklings will double ship and dig A7? I mean, if they dig A7, they dig A7. I don't have a claim to this town here. In that case, maybe I go for this town, right? Like, this town is still possible. This is only 3 digs, and I'm getting some digs off this cult, or 1 dig off this cult. Dwarves do go for the coins. So that means I am left double dig, but I'm going to prioritize Earth 1. Dwarves might Sanctuary Earth 1. That's also okay. In that case, I probably just do take Water 1. This is quite a lot of Leech for Dwarves, which is going to put them in contention to get Double Dig, actually. Yeesh. Hope that doesn't happen. Yeah, because Darklings are also upgrading. But I should still get Single Dig, right? I only need Single Dig this round. I'll get B2 off with Single Dig, and then I should get E2 as well. One bummer is that I could end this game with 0 passing points. It's nice to hope that that doesn't happen, but that is just a hope. Mermaids might have a really fast round, just build a TP and then pass. Actually, they're going to send priests to cults, right? They should probably send priests to cults. Actually, how are Darklings double shipping and building A7 this round? They can't build A7 this round, right? That'll be later. Mermaids would really like a ship score tile. I agree. I just realized that they're sitting after Darklings, so they're going to stall this round. We're probably going to see them. If I'm Mermaids this round, I'm probably sending 2 priests to cults, maybe the air cult, 2 priests to air for the. Okay, so Darklings are going to try to double ship and dig this round. God, this Darklings game is so poor. This is so poor. Do I think that I get better by streaming or just distracted by playing worse for a single game and long-term future games? I don't know. I don't think I'm particularly good at Terra Mystica, and I will say that streaming, if being forced to articulate my thoughts kind of makes me better. Because I have to be like, oh, why am I doing this move? And then I actually think about my moves a little bit in a way that I don't necessarily always think about my moves. So in that sense, streaming might make me better. I don't think I get that distracted. The chat isn't that busy usually. So yeah, I will say I don't think that I get that distracted by playing on stream. I play slower on stream. That's the biggest thing that changes. So my opponents might like me less, but I don't think that I actually play any worse. Wild thought. This priest goes to the air cult, and then I just single dig down E2, and then 2 spades go on F1, and then next round I come up here possibly. I actually don't think I take B2 here. Darklings could take B2. I guess they actually have the stuff to advance ship twice and dig B2. You think B2 might be under threat? Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's probably just more responsible to build B2 here, right? I'm not that concerned about this town up here. I have a good shot at making this town down here instead. But Darklings are definitely not digging B2 this round. But what's our upside outcome here, right? We single dig E2. We put a priest onto the air cult. Oh, hold on. If we put this priest onto the air cult, right? And then we single dig this hex here. Then next round, we're going to fly to B2, and we're going to take I7. And then we build dwellings out like that. I don't think that that's that bad. Call me crazy. I don't think that that's that bad. I'm going to play greedy. Double dig is still available. I agree, but double dig is actually not that good for me. And here's why I think that. If I double dig, where is my cult spade going? I probably build B2 and then like, what am I turning this brown? Because then I can't put my second spade. I can't put my cult spade anywhere useful. I actually think that double dig is wrong, even though it's good. And that's actually the main reason why I'm considering e2 instead. So you know what? I'm going this route. I may or may not be a crazy person for this. I think I was supposed to down convert, so that was my bad. But yeah, our next action is going to be to single dig e2, as long as dwarves don't single dig. I really hope that they don't. I think that dwarves want to build a TP here, and hopefully they don't single dig d7, because single digging d7 for dwarves is very good and very bad for me. Oh no, the dwarves aren't single digging, they have the spade. Okay, yeah. The one thing that we could do, right, is we could double dig. Oh no, we can't, because we can't fly anymore. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. This is fine. We're going to single dig. It's okay. Now, I will say Darkling's game is coming together a little bit. They have 3 priests on the cults on 3 spots. So if they get the 2-key town, which I don't think dwarves should let them have, then they are in a good spot. Again, I don't think dwarves should actually let them do that, but we'll see how this goes. Mermaids are going to open next round with a coins action. You think that's at least not worse? Same number of dwellings this round, same number of spades, but on better spot. I'm not sure where you think that the other spade is going. Oh, okay. You think that the priest to air is correct. Okay, cool. As long as you agree with me, we're all good. It's when you disagree with me that we have problems. So, we're a little coin short, so I think that we might be passing for worker power. I was thinking that the priest might be cool because then we could get F1, H1, B2, A5, stuff like that. But I'm now thinking that worker power is just more resources for us, and that might be what we need in order to afford all these dwellings. Because we are getting out all of our dwellings next round, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're flying twice. We're probably opening the round with single spade on B2. Once again, another single spade. I know, it's crazy, but I see. Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with all that. The way to make that work would have been to double spade, get E2, and then turn this guy. The only thing is that I miss out on 4 points and 2 coins. 4 points and 2 coins for 1 spade. That's the roughest part of this trade-off. But I also probably get 4 points away from mermaids this way, right? Like, mermaids had a good shot at beating me on air, and now they won't beat me on air. Dwarves take the 2-key town. Very nice. I kind of love this dwarves game, not going to lie. Do I expect any more leech? I don't think that I do. I hilariously still don't have a place to double spade. But now do I still need worker power? I think the answer is yes, I still do. So now we can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This enables us to use double spade, enables us to use coins, enables us to use single dig if we need it. The unfortunate thing is that we pass up on the big building tile, but it's a dwellings round. I don't think I'm building the big building. I think I'm building dwellings. And then I will sanctuary for water 1 if it's still there, but I don't think it will be. I think I'm probably sanctuarying for probably fire 2 at that point, or no, it's probably sanctuary air 1. Darklings, by the way, pass onto this tile and advance ship 0 times, so that's pretty rough for them. I think that they might. If I were Darklings, I would probably dig down G6 and take a ship town, or dig down I10 and take a ship town or something. This has not been a very fast game, huh? The stream's at 50 minutes and we haven't finished round 3. Oh man, loving this dwarves game. The landscape is in the right spot. He can now tunnel to G1, which is great. We will be flying twice this round, so that'll help us with our not so pretty point situation quite a bit. Darklings losing out on that 2-key town is pretty rough for them. I think that they probably wanted a 2-key town to really consolidate their position on these 2 cults. At least they will get 6 coins here, though. And dwarves getting this guy is fantastic for them. Yeah, that's pretty phenomenal if dwarves do get that. Like, I think that they might. Yeah, darklings have 0 ship, so I might just get this town. Dwarves could, like, just mess with me and turn this guy gray. But they don't have that many extra spades, so I think that they want to just tunnel to their actual spots. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tunnels that they want, right? G1, I3, G3, I9, H8. Tunneling to A6 doesn't really make a lot of sense. Sure, looking forward to Darklings spading G3 kill dwarves connection. I mean, Darklings will need to advance ship to do that, and they were just on the ship tile and they did not do that, so it doesn't. And they only have 1 priest production, so that's not happening this round. But it could still happen. I agree. This could be a very fast mermaids round. They could take coins, hard dig once, and then pass onto the ship tile. And then open next round with coins again, and sanctuary for water 1. Just the way Darklings are playing, it might be better for dwarves to secure that hex sooner or later. I mean, if a player is doing crazy stuff, I think that the answer is you just let them do the crazy stuff. You don't play like silly just to prevent that. Now that said, I mean, dwarves are clearly in a position where they can afford a double spade right now. That might be good for them. What do we want to do here? I say we just make sure that we get our single spade, right? Or do we? Can we hard dig this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we want 7 workers this round, so we shouldn't hard dig. We also shouldn't double dig, right? We should actually just build this the normal way with a single dig. Guys, I think I have now single dug in 4 straight rounds. Am I wrong? Is that correct? That I have done 4 straight single digs? Let's see. We single dug this hex. We single dug this hex. We single dug this hex, and we cult spaded this. No, we hard dug this. Okay. We single spaded 3 times, and we've double spaded 0. And we've cult spaded twice, and we've used this guy once. It's a lot more digging than you normally want to do as fakirs. I will say that that has happened. Do you think single dig is actually just not that bad for fakirs and dwarves after your towns are set up? Yeah, because you don't, like, the thing about, especially for fakirs, no, I mean, it's also true for dwarves, right? Like, you only want to dig adjacent to yourself if you are making towns, right? Otherwise, you just prefer to dig key hexes for connection to get onto new locations and stuff. So that's a good observation. Single dig is the best value action. Yes, that's the spirit. I mean, obviously, like, I don't really encourage everyone to go about single digging a ton. I really hope that Darklings don't take the ship town, but I probably would if I were them. It seems very good for them. What darklings should really do is just pass so they can get a goddamn coins action. But yeah, this should be a shit town, which is sad for me. But at least no one's that close to making another town. Mermaids could make a town this round, but I don't think that they want a shit town. I think mermaids just want a fast round, maybe build F2 and get out of here. Darklings take a priest town, which actually I think that that's quite good. I think that priest town is good for darklings, so I do approve of that move. They can ship to over here and make a town down here as well. Dwarves do secure their hex. They also get D7, so really nice dwarves game. I see mermaids as the favorite with dwarves in second. So right now I see myself in third place. I have been known to be wrong about my positioning, but that's where I kind of see. That's how I see like the current standings at. Yeah, mermaids should pass here, in my opinion. Grab this, open with coins next round. I mean, I'm giving them 2 points of each, plus they'll get 3 from here. I wonder if dwarves build their stronghold this game. They probably still should. Do I need Ship Town? I don't have the coins for a stronghold, so yeah, I do need Ship Town. I'm also not connected, and dwarves can take G1 at any time, so I do need a Ship Town. But given that Darklings didn't take a ship town, and that now they're very far from their next town, I'm going to be fine. Poor Darklings, by the way, they are not making a town here, unless they make a sanctuary down here. And if they make a sanctuary down there, then it's hilarious. It's hilariously expensive for Darklings to do that, so... Is there a world where a coins town and a stronghold is better than better than what? Than a ship town? I don't think so. I don't think that world exists. I do not have the economy to afford that, even with a coin town. I am not crazy about this tunnel at all. I think dwarves were supposed to build 2 TP, 2 dwellings here the regular way, and then maybe build a TP. So I think that trade-off was probably not great. I mean, they got 4 points out of it, but I think that it's too early to be that afraid for your point situation. I5 H3 is also connection. I3 is also. I mean, oh, H3. I see. I mean that is technically true. You think Shiptown might be overkill? I don't know about that. I mean, Shiptown, so here's the thing for Shiptown, right? Shiptown still gets me an extra hex. An extra hex is just good. Like, do I really want to do this many more digs? I mean, it's possible. I might want to do that many more digs, but my instinct is no. I don't. If I do more digs, maybe I dig out here and make a town through here, right? Yeah, okay. So if I manage to get Sanctuary and Stronghold, and I'm on this guy, then yes, that's somehow better, but there's no way, guys, that's not going to happen. My real thing is, do I want Fire too? It is possible that I could want Fire too. Because if I'm going for a 3-town plan, then I actually do want Fire too. I only need 20 coins, no problem. That's the spirit. Mermaids do secure Water 1, so I'm probably losing out on Water 1. In which case, is Air 1 or Fire 2 better? I'm actually not sure. Alright, we're ready to pass. Dwarves look like they're ready to pass. Darklings do not look ready to pass. I think that they want another dwelling. They need H4 or I8. They take H4 first, so they are going to be able to connect to this sad lone structure. So I think a spade has to be better than than one extra coin and one cult step, right? Is a spade better? Do we want to go for this? Like, I'm really thinking right now about, is 3 towns worth it, or, and am I getting water 1? Can I even afford water 1? I guess either way, this is probably a little better than this. So, like, I do have tempo on water 1 versus darklings, but is fire 2 just better anyway? Water 1 is 12 points, right? Water 1 is 12 points. That has to be considered. A town might be 11 points. Might be. No guarantee. The town seems bad compared to jumping. Well, bulky buzzard, hold on. You're talking about air 1. I'm talking about water 1. Water 1 is still there. Darklings can't beat me to water 1. So I think that's the math that we're really debating here. Yeah, I think water 1 is better than fire 2. No, water 1 has to be better than fire 2. There's no reason to be wondering about this. Yeah. Water 1 is without question better than fire 2. I don't think dwarves want this much leech, but if they do, good for them. Our coins are in trouble. Maybe I actually do want a coin town. Oh, hold on. Is it too crazy to just pass right now? I don't actually need spades anymore. With landscape fakirs, can you? Yes. So Zizak, you cannot fly without. You can't fly to a free yellow without coins. However, you can fly, use the spade, and get, because you can fly and dig, right? So when you fly and dig, you get coins. So if you're flying and digging, then you actually will get coins, and you can do that with 0 coins. But you can't do it unless you are getting coins. So hopefully that made some sort of sense. It was a bit of a jumble of words, but guys, this is available. Who's passing? You think I should dig fly just for 2 coins and 4 points? And that's not awful. But I can't build a dwelling, keep that in mind. I need to build a TP, and the TP is 3 points next round. The only thing that I'm sad about is that if I pass now, then I'm missing out on a bunch of leech. Because Darklings should be Darklings should be building I8. Mermaids might be TPing, building a sanctuary, building a stronghold, all sorts of stuff this round. But if I build, on the other hand, if I build a TP now, then it's kind of sad, right? It's also sad if I miss out on this tile. You think maybe just fly dig a7? Yeah, I'm considering doing that. I think that actually probably isn't that bad. Fly dig a7. All right, chat, you win this one. D6? No. D6 can't possibly be better. Darklings can touch D6, and we know that Darklings suck, so. So mean. Yeah, sorry, Darklings. You don't really suck as a person. I don't think that you're playing that bad of a game either. You're doing okay on cults and stuff. I just don't trust you to not dig D6 on me. I mean, I have too many priests anyway, of course. Like I actually only have I don't have enough priests to handle all that anyway, but I think that this is going to be a ship town and a priest town, most likely. So we got a little leech here. Yeah, I mean, my thing is that look at how many yellows I have. Like, I only need 4 more dwellings this game. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 yellows just sitting there. As long as I can get a priest town, then I should be okay, right? In fact, is it too crazy to just... Mermaids are never passing out of this round without building a big building. I actually think that dwarves should be building at least a TP or a big building this round as well. So I'm just going to secure a priest town right now. This might be a little crazy, but I really want to lock this thing in, and I don't think that anyone's taking a ship town. Okay. All right, now we're 100% passing now. I think it was probably a mistake not to build to do it this way. I probably was supposed to take the priest town and then fly and build a7. But now we're ready to pass, and I'm not getting talked out of it again. Darklings obviously don't want to give me the leech. That's fine. I have 1 million workers, so that's also cool. So at least another flight and 2 more coins this way. I might be able to get all these flights. I had to just take a priest town early to do that, right? Like, that's... I mean, maybe I wanted a priest town anyway, but you never know. You never know how these things go exactly. All right, we're done. I think we just down convert like this. We have so many workers that if we really need to dig, then we will dig. Then we'll hard dig. But we're going to be a little bit short on coins. We need 9 coins just to get out our stuff, and then I guess we don't really need coins after that. But you think a priest town is never bad as fakirs? Yeah, I mean, the priest town is never bad. Don't get me wrong. I don't think the priest town can possibly be bad either. I only need 19 resource to get all my stuff out. That's hilarious because I have 18 coins, right? Or 18 workers, rather. Yeah. But you're right. I only need 9 coins to get out all these TPs and then fly all these times. That said, is there a world where I want to temple for air 1, build another TP? The other TP is very, very good, and then hard dig down A1. If I had the stuff for that, then I will, but let's count those later. Yeah, Bulky, I agree. That is a question. And with that question in mind, I'm going to take this leech. Mermaids, I'm guessing that mermaids are going to send a priest to fire here. Because they already have fire too, but they're in position to take some cult towns. Oh wow. Dwarves took water too. That sucks for mermaids. Yeah, Darkling's game is going really rough now. I think that they really wanted more action on the cults, but they somehow failed to secure the 2-key town after sending so many priests to cults. And now it looks like they're going to have like a 10-point cult game or something like that, which is quite sad, given what I think were their dreams. Mermaids have a slight victory point issue. They passed for 6 points here, but I think that they really needed to take an economic town this round. Like, this guy was a really good way to get economic value. I guess this is an okay way to get economic value. I think we are taking this. Like, F it, we're just going to go for maximum everything. We have both the scoring favors. We're probably going to be the only ones who can afford Air 1. So let's just go ham and see what happens. Mermaids are heavy competition. Dwarves are heavy competition. This is a pretty interesting game. Now we can even afford the stronghold. There's a thought. Can that possibly be correct? I think the answer is still no, right? I mean, we want to build 4 TPs. That's 12 coins. And then we're going to take a coins action. So it does mean we get a better town. That's like the upside of this. We need about 19 coins for all the TPs, a dwelling, and another temple. Yeah, so a stronghold probably can't be enough, right? No, Zorito, I'm almost certain that Bulky has taken into account those 8 coins. Mermaids are going to get like tons and tons of leech from me this round, which is nice for them. I think my round probably looks like fly, TP, something like that. Nice little rhythm there. Do I want to rush this town at all? I mean, Darklings are going to fight like hell for this town. If this is a ship town, again, I don't think that mermaids are taking a ship. Actually, mermaids might need a ship town to connect. Wow, are mermaids connected? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They need to dig down a random hex somewhere over there. Dwarves are going to do pretty well on network. They have 2 free hexes. They can hard dig once down here. They just took an 8-pointer. Yeah, dwarves are definitely the competition here. Mermaids secure their town with the bridge. Seems good. They take the other 8-pointer, so I'm not going to get an 8-point town. Maybe we need to be a little more cautious about taking a ship town. Mermaids could be jerks and just take both ship towns, just so that they get network points against me. If I don't get network points, that's probably how I really lose this game. So I probably do need to rush the ship town then. Though, I mean, if I don't get a ship town, then I probably just stronghold, right? Yeah, if I don't get the ship town, then I think I actually can technically afford a stronghold here. It'll require some workers to coins, which is sad, um, but I mean the stronghold is 5 points, which is something, and then I get like an 11-point town because mermaids have taken this. Actually, I guess I might get stuck with a 7-point town, which is pretty bad. Rito, I can hard dig d6. No, I can't. I don't think that I can connect without 2 range. Okay, so I think that securing my hexes is still the way to go then. Mermaids would have to just solely want to mess with me in order to do something weird. And I don't think that they're going to do that. I'm not going to take this leech anymore. I think that I'm set in terms of resources. I just feel like I have enough now. Yeah, I'm just going to not take this for now, and hopefully I won't live to regret that decision. Mermaids want my leech, and I will offer it to them. So to be clear, the way that I can connect without, like the only way to connect without a range is to hard dig these 2 hexes, right? I need 2 hexes in order to connect without range. Also, this is pretty sad. Darklings took Fire 2, but they don't need Fire 2. They only need, yeah, because they can make this TP. In fact, they want to make this TP because it's points. So at least they're fighting with Fire Track, which has got to annoy dwarves. I mean, dwarves do have water too, but this priest seems pretty unfortunate. B4 D6 also consideration. 6. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, this does connect me. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean that could be better than a ship town, right? It is connection. That is true. It does get all my flights in. It spends 3 workers, but then maybe I get a better town, like an 11-pointer. So if dwarves have 24 cult points and 14 network points, they're probably beating me, right? 36 points for dwarves probably is too much to overcome. Plus they have air 1, and they're building 2 more TPs. I'm only building 2 more TPs. Okay. Oh, mermaids did take 1 ship town. Okay, so I think I do need to take a ship. I think I probably do take the ship town then. It's just a little safer. There won't be any towns better than the ship town left. Yeah, I mean, Darklings should be taking 11-pointer here. They have nothing else going for them at this point. There's no priest towns left. Yeah, they just take 11 points. Fine. Can dwarves get out? I think dwarves do have just enough stuff to get to 15. So we actually are tying dwarves on network if we manage to get out the temple for air 1 and the other stuff. Darklings did take air 1, but fortunately mermaids can't do much here. It does look like they should have just taken fire 3 instead of fire 2, but that's whatever. Fire 3 annoys dwarves a lot more than this fire 2. Okay, yeah, mermaids have put themselves in position to grab the last ship town, so let's just secure it. Do we have mermaids beat? I feel like we have mermaids beat because of this guy. Dwarves probably lock up I3 next. I3 TP dwelling here. Yeah, they have just enough stuff for that. Maybe they have a resource point. So that's 4 points plus 6 points is 10 points. That's 116. Plus air 1 is 120. So they're going to pass maybe a resource point, 121. 121 plus... Oh, I guess they're probably not beating Darklings on fire here. So this is probably around 18, 139, and then tie for network. 139 plus 15 is 154. Do we have 154? I am kind of assuming that I win this cult. Wow, mermaids have not built a lot of TPs. They probably have to hard dig down this dwelling, right? I think hard digging down this dwelling, taking the workers' town and then making a TP here is probably their best scoring potential now. Let's see if they agree with me. Okay, so mermaids' direct points don't seem like they're quite enough. So that's good news. They might try to stall until I take B4, but okay, no, they don't. Cool. You think that the ship town is right? It's also another dwelling, because otherwise we only have 3 more hexes. Okay, I'll take your word for it. It's a little hard for me to keep track of everything, but I do believe you there. It felt like the right thing for me to do, to me. So, hex-wise, dwarves can threaten both H1 and B4 if they decide to be real jerks. So, actually, no, they can't, right? They would need to give up 2 workers to do that. That seems like a mistake. They do have the priest. They have a spade in hand, but they need to give up 2 workers in order to do that. So, we'll offer mermaids some leech that they don't want. Mermaids have just around enough stuff to fly, or to advance ship and build another. Wait a second, are mermaids connected at all? Oh, this is cool. I like this. Mermaids are connected, so they're going to advance ship and then they're going to build this. Oh, that's very neat. Only problem is that they don't get another TP out this way. Sadly, I won't get any more digs. That's true. Who took this single dig? What jerk took this? I thought that I had a monopoly on single dig this game. Was that mermaids? That was mermaids. They did it for the landscape. Anyway, this is very clever for connection, right? I like that they connect like this. Because to connect to their land hexes, it's 6 shipping, but this is only 5. So they will connect to get 3rd place on network. And it looks like they have around 16 cult points. Actually, I was wrong. Dwarves are going to end with 156, I think, something like that. They're ending with more than I realized. There's the ship advance. This is going to this cult, and then they probably defend air. Wow, they took a 3 for 2 from me. What was that about? Was that just a mistake? Oh no, this enables them, instead of building I4, they now get to build another TP. Okay, that's why they did that. That makes sense. Oh wait, dwarves used their water 2-step and they did something weird? Am I seeing that right? Dwarves should be buying two. I think that dwarves need to buy 2 workers here. Oh, they buy the priest. That's okay as well. But I think that taking 2 workers was better. That would have let them close out this fire cult against darklings. Darklings have sent so many priests to the cults. It's depressing because I don't think that is just. I just don't think it's the right way to play darklings. But they're rated very well. So why are they doing this? Okay, we should do some thinking here. I'm being offered a 2-for-1. How bad is a 2-for-1 for me? I want fly, 1 more flight, so that'll be 6 coins. I have 10 coins, right? The dwelling is free, so that's still 10 coins. Then I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think I need this leech. I only need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Yeah. Decline. Dwarves have 3 structures left. Dwarves don't have to end with three structures. They could build a TP and then they have a spade in hand. Did you miss that they have a spade in hand? Like these 3 priests could easily just be 3 workers. Also, yeah, so darklings do close out the cult, which is quite depressing for dwarves. I have exactly enough. I guess to be fair, I didn't count my workers, which was a little sad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I have 8. So yeah, I have exactly enough stuff. And the temple should be for Air 1. It's just the most points. I could swing 2 points on mermaids in 2 different spots. That hardly seems worth it. So we're going to end this game with 8 here, plus... I think we should have this game. It looks close against dwarves, but I think that we have around enough. So there's an argument to be made that I should have Fire 2'd. Fire 2 would be better than this Air 1, right? So if I Fire 2, then I do get another 7-point town here. Which would be 3 points better than Air 1. Not a big deal, just kind of a fun fact. Maybe it's 4 points better because I also tie mermaids here. Another game I underestimate my own position. Yeah. You think that's often hard digging out of the landscape early is good? That's interesting. I rarely manage to do that, but and I think that a lot of that is because I often like the thing about fakirs is that your worker economy is often trash. But this game I had good worker economy because I got the spade, which I shouldn't have. Or no, I don't think getting the spade was that bad. I think darklings could reasonably have taken the big building tile instead. That I think is actually the correct tile to take as darklings almost every time. Um, but I very rarely have enough stuff to hard dig down a landscape as fakirs. Um, Getting this center town, of course, is sick. I got so much leech from dwarves here, and I still got all this leech from mermaids over here. Um, yeah, there's a world where this is fire 2 instead of air 1, and I have a town over here, which is kind of a fun thought. Um, Dwarves aren't sure if C3 was the correct play. I think that C3 is correct for dwarves. It is true that mermaids did get all of their dwellings out in round 2. Their big issue, as they pointed out, was that darklings took the tile that they really wanted, which was that ship VP tile. And then darklings didn't ship with it, which is just, I think that that's just got to be wrong that they didn't do that. And I mean, to be fair, it's reflected in the score. Darklings didn't really have a very good game plan. So we took a bit of timer this game, but to be fair, we weren't the only ones who did. Mermaids played very fast. I appreciate that, even though they had a tough position. Yeah, I mean, I think that was a bit of an aggressive move from dwarves to take this. They didn't strictly need this hex. They could have come after me instead, and that would have made my life a lot harder. But they did it the way that they did, so that's fine. Over here, we'll take a look at our game. Scoring tiles. We did not particularly do better than our opponents. Dwarves in particular had a killer scoring game. And I think a lot of this was the fact that we only got like, what was it, one dwelling down in the round 2 dwellings round? That was pretty weak. Mermaids crushed it there. Yeah, they absolutely crushed this. They got 2 big buildings out in the big building round, so that was also strong. They got, yeah, mermaids had a very good scoring game. Actually, where did mermaids really miss out? Because they also had a good favor tiles game. I guess they were a little short on favor points. But they had water 1, right? They didn't build any stuff with water 1. That was their issue here. We out-chumped our opponents. Yeah. All three scoring favors is yeah, you can't. Yeah, I don't have a lot of points here, but I always get my points here, guys. Don't mess with a King of Earth 1, Water 1, Air 1. I mean, it is funny, but to be fair, this is why you play greedy, right? I took Air 2. I didn't even get double digs, but I got single digs, I got leech. And later in the game, I still got Earth 1. I still got Water 1. I still got Air 1. That's just really strong. Yeah. And I will say, it's hard to get Earth 1, Water 1, Air 1 if those are the only favors that you take and you don't build a stronghold, like an economic stronghold, or you don't take a scoring favor, or you don't take an economic favor, because once you take Earth 1 and Water 1, then your coin economy is probably shot really badly. You need coin tabs and stuff to help balance your economy. And if you're playing that type of game, you often want Fire 2 instead of Air 1. Admittedly, I could have used Fire 2 instead of Air 1 this game. Again, that could have been 4 points better, as we were saying. Yeah, we got 2 decent towns. We got the ship town and the priest town. I think that's about as good as you can hope for. Murray's got 3 towns, but they were low scoring. Darklings only took 2 towns, but they were very high scoring, so that's good for Darklings. Well played. In terms of the towns that they took, it's kind of everywhere else where they were lacking. We won network outright, which I don't think was supposed to happen. I think that this was supposed to be a tie. I don't know exactly what dwarves did there, but I don't think it was good. They ended with the spade in hand. They could have totally built this. They instead chose to beat mermaids on the air cult. I think building the dwelling was better. Let's take a look at our power actions breakdown, because that's probably the most fun part. We took 1 coins action and 3 single spades. So guys, this is the secret to winning as fakirs. Take lots of single spade actions. That's the most efficient thing that you can do. Bruce, all the cult workers in round 5 was nice. Yes. I sent that, so that was a key decision. One of the toughest decisions that I made this game, probably the toughest decision I made this game, was sending this priest to the air cult. That happened in round 3. Instead of taking the double spade, this round, I actually chose to send the last priest to air so I could get a spade off this cult. And then I single spaded without flying. I just built E2. And then that let me put 2 cult spades here. And then the next round I actually took a single spade to get up here. So I single spaded round 1, round 3, and round 4. With a hard dig mixed in there in round 2. Apparently sometimes that's just the best way to expand. You just don't want to blow all your extra stuff on extra spades that you don't need. And you need them one at a time. So that's just what you do, right? I didn't wind up taking any priest or workers. The only question that I want to know is how many times did I fly this game? I flew 32 times. Okay, that's very, very good. That's plenty sufficient with all the scoring favors in town. So yeah, that was this game. I don't think I have too much else to say. It was just, it's fun to play fakirs, and in a game where there's only 1 ship tile and the scoring track kind of lines up, and there's a color wheel that favors them, it is absolutely fine to play fakirs, and I had a good time playing them. It's always nice to win. Thank you everyone for watching. Thanks for chatting. I think it was a fun chat today. It's fun getting out all these structures. And yeah, it's just fun having a kind of a game plan, doing stuff that you would normally think is inefficient. So 1 coin action is all you need. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you need spades. You need spades as fakirs, you need power as fakirs, and with landscape, you just need a little bit of juice in terms of your coins. As long as you don't build your stronghold, then there you go. So thank you, everyone. We will probably not play anymore tonight, but I am very likely to be streaming tomorrow, so hopefully I'll see y'all then. See ya.